Hey you guys, I'm back with another quick and simple recipe. This is my weekday mac and cheese. Why do I call it weekday? Because nobody wants to cook during the week. You have kids, you have jobs, all you want to do is experience a moment of peace and get a little comfort food down. So we're going to start this recipe off by melting 2 tablespoons of butter in a saucepan. You know, it's ironic. I have a daughter who absolutely hates cheese and she hates milk. She had a very bad experience at school with some spoiled milk one day, and she has sworn it off since then. Funny thing is, she will eat macaroni and cheese, but she will only eat it if it has broccoli chopped up in it. After you melt that butter down, you're going to add 2 cups of chicken stock or chicken broth to your pan. You're going to add your spices and then you're going to mix. Now this right here, people, is a very, very important thing. Anytime you cook any food, always make sure you taste the food. Make sure it's seasoned properly. Now anytime I make something like this that has a liquid with it that needs to be prepared before you actually put the ingredients in, I always call it a soup. So I'm telling you, make sure your macaroni soup tastes good, because whatever your macaroni soup tastes like, your macaroni is going to taste like. If that macaroni soup is not seasoned properly, then your macaroni won't be seasoned properly. So make sure that you follow the directions that are down in the description, and I promise you the macaroni comes out perfect every single time. Now that your macaroni soup is at perfection, you're going to add 2 cups of large elbow macaroni. Now you can use the regular macaroni, but I prefer to use the larger one. That's just what I've always used. Now when you're cooking this is a weekday macaroni, which means nobody really wants to turn the oven on. They just want to put it in the pan, have it there. It's so very simple. So at this point, you're going to cook this on medium heat. You don't want that milk boiling over. You want it to get warm enough to cook the macaroni, but not so much that it begins to curdle and bubble up. So what you're going to do here, if you don't want to bake your macaroni, at this point, you're going to cook that macaroni until it's tender to your liking as you would eat any normal macaroni. And then you're going to add your cheeses in. After that, it's ready to serve on the table. However, if you prefer to bake your macaroni, then you're only going to cook your macaroni until it's almost tender. That way it can continue to cook once you put it in the oven. We are going to pour that macaroni and cheese mixture into a buttered 8x8 baking dish. Alright, now that we have our macaroni and cheese placed in our 8x8 baking dish, we're going to layer it with 2 kinds of cheeses. So we're going to use a little bit of Sharp and also a little bit of Velveeta on top. Now we're ready to place that macaroni and cheese into the oven on 375, and we're going to cook it for 25 to 30 minutes. You want to keep an eye on it. You know, you don't want it to burn, but you do want that top to brown. And here is the final results. This is a delicious, quick and easy macaroni and cheese. Again, you can either bake it or you can just take it off the stove top and eat it there. It's cooked either way. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you'll return to see more of my videos. Thank you so much for joining me.